Hi folks, welcome back to our Dream series. Today we're having a look at the symbolic meaning of buildings, and we want to illustrate how asking a few questions can help you notice more details of the dream, which can then help you with understanding it. A building typically represents something related to your life circumstances. So let's begin with the most common symbol to represent your everyday life, a house. How often do we start retelling a dream with, "I'm in this house," and then you go on to describe the rest of the dream? Now, it's common for the house in your dream not to be your actual real life residence, but in the dream you nonetheless intuitively know that it's your house. So the dream is about your life, not your residence, and the kind of house you're in is saying something about what part of your life your dream is related to. Supposing your house in a given dream needed repairs to the roof. That would indicate that there's a need to repair or reinforce your spiritual cover. Having a pile of junk in your basement, for example, would suggest you have some unresolved, perhaps mostly hidden issues that the Lord wants to bring to your attention and help you deal with. What if your dream house happened to be a castle and you were sitting on a throne? That would be a beautiful indication that your identity and spiritual authority are well established. If you happen to be in the dungeon, however, the Lord would certainly be telling you that He wants to bring you freedom in some area of your life that you're currently bound. Now, it's also common to dream of houses that you do recognize, such as a childhood home, which would point to an issue from your past, perhaps. Your grandparents' home would be more along the lines of a generational matter. Now, what do you suppose a motor home would suggest? How about a boathouse? Or a treehouse? We'll let you ponder those on your own. Now, other type of buildings that are similar, let's look at cabins or cottages. They serve a different purpose than your home, don't they? Typically, they're places of rest or refuge and recreation. Supposing your cottage is cluttered, noisy, or filled with unwanted guests, the Lord might be indicating that you need to clear out or reclaim some personal aspect of your life that's been imposed upon. What about barns? Well, they store provision. Proverbs tells us that if we honor the Lord with our substance and our first fruits, our barns will be filled with plenty. That's a beautiful example of how the meaning of these symbols are drawn from Scripture. All right, so barns speak of provision. Here are a few questions. Is your barn empty or full? Brand new or falling apart? Too small for your needs? Those details will help you focus in on what the Lord may be saying about provision. Warehouses have more to do with storage, which might suggest something more along the lines of resources or goods. What kind of resources are stored there? Do you have access to them? Is it someone else's warehouse? And as with any other building, the kind, the size, and the condition is significant. So there you have just a handful of common buildings to get the ball rolling. We'll look at a variety of other buildings as well in future videos.